Hey there, change makers and gladiators. Welcome back to the Lisa Nichols Show, where I share the tools that we all need to live the life that we want, to achieve our dreams, to make our dreams our reality. I love reading your comments. I cannot tell you how much I love seeing how much you engage and share about your life and connect with the things that I've shared with you or talk about the things that you've experienced related to that. I just enjoy it so much. Please, please keep your comments coming. Like that's everything to me. And the encouragement of each other. That means everything to me. In this particular episode, we're talking about how do you spark that creative thinking? How do you jumpstart that? How do you keep it going? How do you feel your content pool? How do you fill your videos? How do you fill your programs with creativity? See, creativity is not only important in your personal artistic expression, but it's also important to use creative thinking in problem solving and increasing your business and learning how to touch more people, inspire more people, transform more lives, and in your personal life. Creative thinking is necessary. Because creativity allows you to solve problems faster. They allow you to serve individuals. They allow you to inspire more people, to touch and serve your customer better. Creativity helps you to keep your business relative, and it also helps you to have fun and keep things fresh along the way. I have to tell you, creativity, I believe, saved us in 2020 because I think the whole year it was all about being creative in the pivot. Creative in how can we touch our customer when they need it to be touched the most. Creative in how can we stay inspired in the midst of a pandemic. And creative on how do we help our community, our team members feel connected in a socially distant world. It was creativity that helped us thrive in 2020. So here are 3 ways that you can spark your creative thinking. Number 1, you want to actually build in time to be creative. Creativity isn't just when you're in the shower. It isn't just when you're driving. Like build in creative thinking time, or what I like to call it as content planning time. But if that name scares you, because when you think content planning, you move to your linear brain, then I want you to shift the name, because creative thinking is that thing that comes from all perspectives. Now, here's something I know about creative thinking. It doesn't want to be linear. It's not structured. It's not 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's all over the place. And so you may want to do creative thinking either in a journal, or sometimes I even go as far as to have 5 pieces of paper and I write the title of the thing that I'm flowing, the things that I'm flowing on each paper. And then I let the ideas fall out in no particular order on each sheet of paper. And then I pull them together and I write them in my notebook. What I'm saying here is allow time to be creative and then give yourself the space, the grace, and the ease to not have to have it structured. Allow creativity to flow from every part of your veins, every part of your essence, as well as the way you put it on paper. Allow that to be pretty fluid as well. Number 2, you want to begin with the end in mind. What do I mean by that? Stephen Covey, the author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, I first learned it when I was 25 years old. Stephen Covey says, begin with the end in mind. How do you want this to end up? Think about that. So I've been incorporating that for the last 20 years, 20 plus years, actually. So when you go into your creative thinking, I want you to spend some time just visualizing the outcome, the end result, not the process, not how you're going to get them there, but what do you want the end to look like? Like as I'm planning for my wedding, I look at, oh my God, I want us to be connected. I want my international tribe to be connected with my Bahamian community. I want all this vibe, connection, and fun. I want us to be laughing together. I want people to be exhausted from fun. I want us to feel like my international guests to feel like they've gotten really, really intimately connected with where I live now. So I begin with the end in mind. And then you reverse engineer in your creative time how we're going to get that in to happen, how we're going to make that result actually happen. So number 2 is to begin with the end in mind. See the outcome, see the results, see the other side in detail, and then reverse engineer. Okay, here's some ways that we can get to that result. And if you're off, you're actually still closer to that result than you ever would have been had you not thought of the outcome first. I promise you, trust me on this one. And my third and final tip for you to really spark your creativity or to maintain or to jumpstart your creativity is to actually look at people who inspire you. Now, I didn't say study. I said look, because inspired people inspire others. And so just look at people who inspire you. I remember when everything was happening with the publicized social injustice, right? Social injustice has gone on for a long time, but when it got a spotlight on it, I needed to have some inspiration around my creativity, around the approach, around my part that I want to play in really shining a spotlight on social injustice or creating a social justice environment. What was my part? So I remember going to Barack Obama's site. I went and I listened to old Dr. Martin Luther King speeches. I went and listened to Nelson Mandela. Like I listened to people, some who were around during the conversation and some who are not even here, because they inspire me. They inspire the highest conscious version of myself. They inspire the greatest good in me to come out. I didn't listen to low conscious thinking people. I didn't listen to people who were just angry. I already knew I could tap into that. I needed to tap into people who can help me creatively tap into Lisa at the highest level and help bring something forth that can inspire people. And from that, the movie Let's Grow was born, which I don't know if you've seen that, but if you haven't, go to letsgrowmovie.com and look at, I believe, some of my best creative work ever in my entire life. Like literally, I can tell you. But I got there because I turned and I looked at people who made me want to be a better woman. I turned and I looked at people who made me want to be a change agent or continue. And then I turned around and I processed that inspiration. I didn't duplicate their words. I didn't try to say exactly what they said. I just processed the inspiration and I allowed it to come out of me in my unique form. In summary, here are the 3 things that you can do to really spark or maintain or jumpstart creative thinking. 1, carve out time for creative thinking. Carve out time. And it may look like just taking a walk on the beach, walking in the park. It's not structured time. And then set up your environment to download creativity, pieces of paper, a journal. Number 2, begin with the end in mind. Where do we want to go? What's the outcome? When this all works, how is the world a better place? Or how is your family a better family? Or how is your life a better life? Whatever the outcome is, what does it look like while you're creating, before you ever start? Begin with the end in mind. And 3, you want to look at people who inspire you. You want to listen to people who call your best version of yourself forward. And then in that highest moment of energy, you want to sit down and create your contribution. Now remember, this show is not just a monologue. This is a dialogue. I love conversation. Tell me, Lisa, oh my God, I didn't realize that I needed to do X, Y, Z, whatever that thing is. Or Lisa, I've already been beginning with the end in mind. I didn't even know that was a part of the process. Or Lisa, back in the day, I created this because I did this process. Tell me the things that have worked for you as well. This is a conversation. This show is not just about me teaching you. This is a community. This is a dialogue. So leave a comment below and let me know your ahas. Let me know your BOL. And if you're new here, BOL is your breakthrough out loud. Like, oh my God, I never knew, but now I know. And how you're going to apply these particular steps to your speaking career, to your entrepreneurial career, to your corporate career, or to your family. This is your home. And we are your tribe. And I am your sister in prosperity and in possibility. And every time I say that I believe in you and that I love you, it's because I do. I'll see you real soon.